Do you want to manage your money better? Let's talk about a powerful tool that can help you do just that: budgeting. Now, budgeting might sound daunting to some, but it's really quite straightforward, and it can lead you to financial freedom. Think of budgeting as a roadmap for your money. It's a plan that guides your spending, helping you avoid unnecessary expenditures and save for your future. Whether you're saving for a dream holiday, a new car, or simply aiming for a comfortable retirement, budgeting is the key. Here's a fun fact. Budgeting doesn't mean you can't enjoy your money. On the contrary, it gives you control over your finances, allowing you to spend wisely without the stress of unexpected costs. It's like giving yourself a financial GPS, guiding your money where you want it to go. Ready to dive into the world of smart budgeting? Let's get started. Step 1 in your journey to better money management is to track your income and expenses. This is the foundation upon which all successful budgeting is built. Without a clear understanding of what's coming in and what's going out, it's like trying to navigate a maze in the dark. You're bound to hit a wall at some point. Now you might be thinking, I have a rough idea of my income and expenses. But let me tell you, a rough idea won't cut it when it comes to effective budgeting. You need to know exactly how much money is coming in and where it's going out. It's not enough to know that you're spending a lot on groceries. You need to know how much. Are you spending $100 a week, or is it more like 200? These details matter. So how do you keep track of your income and expenses? Well, there are a couple of ways you can do this. You could use a financial tracking app. There are plenty of these available, and they can make the process a lot easier. They'll automatically track your spending and income, categorize your expenses, and even provide helpful insights. If you prefer a more hands-on approach, you could track your income and expenses using a simple spreadsheet. This might seem a bit old school, but it's a method that works. All you need to do is make a note of your income and every expense, no matter how small. And remember, accuracy and consistency are key. If you skip a day or forget to note down an expense, it could throw off your entire budget. So start keeping track of your income and expenses today. It might seem like a bit of a chore at first, but once you get into the habit, it will become second nature. And the insights you'll gain from this process will be invaluable in your journey to better money management. Knowing your financial inflow and outflow is the first step toward effective budgeting. Now that you have a clear picture of your income and expenses, it's time to set realistic financial goals. Setting financial goals is like creating a roadmap for your money. It's about deciding what you want to do with your hard-earned cash. Do you want to take a vacation to a tropical paradise, pay off your student loans, buy a house, or maybe you're looking towards retirement? All of these are valid financial goals, and they all require planning and dedication. Now, there are two types of financial goals to consider: short-term and long-term. Short-term goals are those achievable within a year or two. They could be things like saving for a new gadget, paying off a credit card debt, or building an emergency fund. On the other hand, long-term goals require more time, usually more than 5 years. Examples include saving for your child's education, paying off a mortgage, or building a retirement nest egg. These goals typically require more money and therefore more planning. So, how do you go about achieving these goals? Well, the first step is to be specific. Instead of saying, I want to save money, say, I want to save $2,000 for a vacation. This gives your goal a clear direction and a tangible target. Next, make sure your goals are measurable. Set milestones along the way to track your progress. If your goal is to save $2,000 in a year, break it down to around $167 a month. Your goals should also be achievable. Don't set a goal to save half your income each month if you can't realistically live off the other half. Instead, aim for a portion that you can comfortably save without straining your daily needs. Relevance is another key factor. Your goals should align with your financial situation and your long-term plans. If you're planning to buy a house, for instance, saving for a down payment becomes a relevant goal. Lastly, your goals should be time-bound. Setting a deadline creates a sense of urgency and can motivate you to stay on track. Keep in mind, your goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Step 3 is the creation of your budget plan. Now that you've got a clear view of your income, expenses, and financial goals, it's time to bring them all together into a comprehensive budget. But how does one go about creating a budget plan, you might ask? Well, let's delve into that. Firstly, categorize your expenses. Typically, expenses fall into three main categories: needs, wants, and savings. Needs are those expenses that you can't avoid, like rent, groceries, bills, and so on. Wants are those nice-to-have items, like a new gadget, a fancy meal, or a weekend getaway. And finally, savings are whatever you're putting away for your future, such as for retirement, a house, or an emergency fund. Next, allocate a portion of your income to each category. A popular rule of thumb is the 50-30-20 rule. This means 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. However, this is just a guideline. Feel free to adjust based on your personal situation and financial goals. Now, let's talk about the concept of a flexible budget. Life is unpredictable, and so are your expenses. This is where a flexible budget comes into play. It allows for changes in your spending and income. Say, for example, your car breaks down and needs an expensive repair. A flexible budget lets you adjust other areas of your spending to accommodate this unexpected expense. It's like a financial safety net, giving you the freedom to adapt to life's twists and turns without completely derailing your budget. Finally, make sure your budget plan is realistic and achievable. There's no point in having a budget that leaves you feeling deprived or stressed. It should be a tool that helps you manage your money effectively, not a straitjacket that restricts you. Remember, a good budget is one that works for you, not one that you struggle to follow. Step 4 is perhaps the toughest: sticking to your budget. You've done the hard work of setting your financial goals, tracking your income and expenses, and creating a budget plan. Now it's time to put that plan into action and stay committed to it. Sticking to your budget is like maintaining a fitness routine. It requires discipline, consistency, and a little bit of flexibility. Yes, you heard right, flexibility. Even the best laid plans may need adjustments from time to time. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should be able to adapt to unexpected changes. But remember, flexibility doesn't mean straying away from your budget at the first sign of difficulty. It means making thoughtful adjustments that align with your financial goals. Now, how can you stay committed to your budget? One strategy is to automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account each month. This way, you're saving without even thinking about it. It's like setting a fitness goal and having a personal trainer to keep you on track. Another strategy is to use budgeting tools and apps. These can help you visualize your spending and savings, making it easier to see where your money is going. Think of these tools as your financial fitness tracker, showing you your progress and areas for improvement. Perhaps the most important strategy is to keep your financial goals in mind. Remember why you started budgeting in the first place. Whether it's to save for a dream holiday, pay off debt, or build an emergency fund, your goals can motivate you to stick to your budget. And last but not least, celebrate your successes. Reach a savings goal. Treat yourself to something special, but make sure it's within your budget, of course. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, can motivate you to keep going. Remember, consistency is key. Stick to your budget and watch your financial health improve. Finally, step 5 is to review and adjust your budget regularly. Now, why is this so important? Well, life is a dynamic journey full of twists and turns. Your income may fluctuate, expenses can pop up unexpectedly, and your financial goals might evolve over time. Keeping a finger on the pulse of your budget allows you to adapt to these changes. Regular reviews give you the chance to see where your money's going and if it's still aligned with your goals. If you notice that you're consistently overspending in one area, or perhaps underspending in another, it's time to adjust. Remember, a budget isn't set in stone. It's a flexible tool, designed to serve you, not the other way around. It's okay to make adjustments. In fact, it's necessary, so don't just set it and forget it. Stay engaged and proactive. Regular reviews ensure your budget remains relevant and effective. Keep optimizing and keep improving. And there you have it, 5 essential steps to better budgeting. A swift trip down memory lane takes us through tracking income and expenses, Setting realistic financial goals, creating a budget plan, sticking to it, and reviewing it regularly. These steps are more than just rules. They're your path to less financial stress, greater savings, and improved financial health. Remember, managing your money well is the first step towards financial freedom. Start budgeting, start saving, start living